Hello beautiful people, welcome to my channel. My name is Teresa and I'm your cruise director on the Magical Mystery Tour. Today I've got a mixed bag. I'm trying some new products and it's mainly a full face of Natio, but I've also got a couple of products that I've already used from theirs. Just wanted to dive into this Aussie brand a bit more and use a few more of their things because they're releasing a whole heap of new products at the moment. But before we get to that, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, ring the notification bell to be alerted to any new uploads. And if you like this video at the end, please give it a big thumbs up. Let's go play. Okay, so they've released a few new products. I have been using their new range, the Glow I think it is. Yeah, because I've got one here, in the facial oil. I've used that a few times. They've also released some single eyeshadows, which are surprisingly good. I've got a pore filling primer. Yeah, look, let's just play.
Just jumping in as editing Teresa here to say, just realised as I'm making the list up of everything that it's actually Natio and Nude by Nature. So I don't know what at this point I'm saying in it, but yeah, check out the description box with all the products listed because I think I may have led you astray in the video.
First up, I'm going in with the Natio Glow Prep and Prime Clear Gel. It's got an SPF 50 in it, so I guess it's a sunscreen, and it's also sealed. Let's see how this feels. And this can be dangerous because normally I'll leave a bit more time between putting sunscreen on. It's a clear gel before putting sunscreen on and going in with my makeup, so to ensure that it lasts. So this could be interesting. Generous heat, it feels quite oily. I just want to say thank you for bearing with me while things have been hectic the last few months. I've been up and down with work, like starting another new job that was, which, you know, wasn't ideal, but it happened in that my job was made redundant. So back into that industry, but I've also had a lot of other stuff happening, so it's been really sort of, I just haven't had the forward planning and the time that I would like to have had. I've been doing reels, so hopefully they're a bit easier to do in that I can do them quite quickly because they're not going to be long videos. But they still take up time. I haven't even been doing articles, and I'm really hoping that that will all start to change. I've just got to forward plan. My gosh, it's been hard. I'm just going to fan this to dry a bit because you can see it feels gel, sort of oil based, and I just don't have the time today to give this 10-20 minutes to sink in. So I'm just going to keep rubbing this. Okay, I'm just reading this. Protect and prime skin in a single simple step with this completely clear, innovative gel priming sunscreen. Perfect water liner under makeup, invisible lightweight formula, SPF 50. It says to shake well before use, but that doesn't feel like it had any room to shake in there. Apply generously to clean, dry skin at least 20 minutes prior to exposure. Reapply 2 hours. Okay, so it's a gel sunscreen that you can use as a primer, which, you know, while they've marketed it as that, any sunscreen essentially is the same thing. So don't think that just because this is very slippy. I am really concerned as to how my makeup is going to last. It'll be interesting given that, as I said, it's been a couple of minutes. I have got the Soft Focus Pore Perfecting Primer. So this is like the Toucher and the e.l.f. pore filling primers. So let's just get a little bit. Now, I've got way too much there, no doubt, but this is where my pore area is really noticeable, in this area here. Alright, and put a little bit over the nose, but mainly there. We'll do a bit around here. I've got a feeling I'm going to have a really bad makeup day, and a big part of me wants to pull out products I know will set, like foundation wise, that I know are going to not budge, etc. But I've pulled out way too much. Like I said, I only use this area generally. And I'm going to just wipe that. Okay, that sort of sunk in a bit. When you've peeled this off, as much as a pain as it is, I'd probably try and keep that in there for now so this doesn't dry out too much. I mean, I can feel, see how we go. Oh, it's probably stupid to do this, but I do have a little bit of Radiant Glow primer. This is the bronze one. I'm using the smallest amount. So, Glow Perfecting Priming. And yes, as I said, it's a tiny amount. I am priming my brush, because we can go in with too much of this, and that's how we don't like some of these primers. But I'm using it essentially, like that's cancelling out a bit of this red here, going just under my eyes. And it's just been the smallest amount. Using the, what's this, the Skin, it's a Filter Effect Perfect Skin Filter Foundation. This is a twist top lid. What I don't like about the Natio, these are really strongly scented. I have used this before. I didn't mind it. The biggest issue I have is the scent with it. Starting with the brush, but I have a feeling, I don't know where I've put it, but I'm starting with the brush, and I have a feeling I'm going to have to go and hunt out my beauty blender to go over it. It's a really nice product, but it just smells like, daisies, like, you know, the daisy chain daisies, the ones, the little weeds that we get, how they can smell really strong when you've got a heap, or those yellow daisies that we get out in the yard, that really strong scent. And unlike in skincare, like with, for example, vitamin C that can smell quite hammy, but that scent disappears really quickly. Ooh, I just smacked myself in the eye with it. This sticks around a bit. Oh no, I've just noticed I'm facing the window to outside, and we've got birds nesting in the guttering, which means they're probably getting into the roof somehow, I think. Hopefully. I'll have to go check that out, because I don't want there, and see if we can move what they've already done. I don't need babies making a lot of noise outside this window, but I don't want to move babies if they've got them. That will be fun trying to film. So see what I mean? This finish is really nice. It's really blurring, and I haven't used all of that. It is a really blurring finish on the skin. But that scent, if you are scent sensitive, then absolutely this one is not for you. But if you can put up with it, it's such a beautiful finish on the skin. and I just keep forgetting. Well, I don't keep forgetting. I go to use it and I go, do I want to use something that smells so strong? And 9 times out of 10, I don't. Going in with the concealer that I got with one of their powders. It is called the Perfecting Concealer. Loading up the brush. And not going in too hard, we're keeping it pretty light under the eyes. I've been going lighter. I've been going a bit lighter under the eyes because it's just looking better. We are not designed at our age to be using really heavy concealer under our eyes. It's just not flattering. Just going in with the Home Beauty Blanche setting eye primer. I had someone ask me the other day why I don't put foundation over my eyes, because she put foundation over her eyes then the eye primer. Quite simply, to ensure that my makeup lasts without fading that time. Eye primers are designed to work with your skin, not to work with the barrier of a foundation already over it. So eye primers are designed to stop because our eyelids are so thin and they are prone to get a bit oily. These are designed differently to foundation to work with your eyes. So that's why I do it, and I don't generally have any fading for a good 12 hours. I've got a couple of powders here. What have we got? This is Mineral Cover and a Finishing Veil. So we'll go in with the Mineral Cover first, which is a powder foundation maybe, but it is, I'll use this to set, and then we'll use the Finishing Veil at the end to finish. Because of, this will be interesting, because of how concerned I was with how it was looking, will this powder end up looking cakey, or will we be fine? So I use a smaller brush designed for these areas, and then what I do is I go in with a larger brush because it's not picking up as much for the rest of my face. It's still picking up, you can see. Sometimes I really hate these ones that have the little mesh like Huda does, but it's designed to control so that you don't pick up too much, and you can bash into it essentially and it will pick up product for you. So that's where we're at. We've still got that natural glow happening through it, which is great. I do have a couple of, I have the Glow and Go, which I've used before, which is essentially a knockoff of the Kevyn Aucoin. And then that's meant to be, they're meant to be contours. They're not contours, they're bronzers. But I do have the Giant Bronzer in Sunswept. That's super warm, but I want to see. So that's the lightest of the contours, and that's the bronzer. I'm not going to contour. I am going to bronze using this though. Okay, going in with, now I bought this, I was influenced myself because I bought this because Bethany Frankel had spoken about it. It is massive. Now, while I'm doing this, don't forget Priceline. I picked these up at Priceline at the time of filming, and when this will go live, it is the Black Friday sale. So I think they're 40% off at Priceline. So if any of these interest you, like that is a good bronzer. Go down and check it out, because now's a good time to grab a few things. What I'll do is, so that's really nice. My skin's looking super blurred. I'm going in with this lightest contour shade. I'm just using it. I mean, come on. Let's fluff that off. Okay, that's better. That's my own fault, because I didn't tap it first, so very well. I should have known that was going to happen. And use that, what's left on there, under there. This is meant to be a dupe for Kevin Aucoin. It's not a dupe. They're not the same. They're not the same. Going in with the blush from here though, because it's the only blush that I have, and I'll be doing the same with the highlighter. I don't have a mascara or a brow pencil from them, or lips, so, but there will be enough on here to get. Oh, I might have a lip. I'll have to check. I might have a lip oil. Going into the lighter part of this now for here. So I've been up in this end, so I'm going into the lighter area now, just around the perimeter of there. This is highlight. It's not a highlight, it's a brightening powder. Going into the Illuminate, which is in fact the highlight. So is it a highlight? Look, it's a matte highlight if it is. This is quite nice. How many times do I need to pat into there? Yeah, look, it's a matte. Which is becoming a thing. I've been trying to work out, so that's the Contour Glow and Go book. I've been trying to work out what I'm going to change up with the channel next year, because I'll do some planning in January ahead of the 2nd anniversary. But is there anything in particular that you want to see? I'm wanting to be more mindful of my spend next year with this over consumerism thing. Look, will I stop spending? No, but I do want to at least halve it this year, she says, as someone who just ordered the Victoria Beckham drops. But I did order them on 25% off. Direct from her site. So I'm thinking, I don't know how often you guys want to see tutorials. Let me just do my brows. Still, do you want me? I mentioned at one stage about doing more dive-ins on like close-up of an eye, talking about blush placement, things like that. Here's your chance to have a say about the type of content you would like to see from me. Because I like to try and switch it up a bit, and with how things are happening, like I was doing my makeup revisited for a while earlier this year. I was doing makeup revisited. Oh, this is just a $1 billion brow pencil, where I was doing a tutorial that sometimes it was an eyeshadow, sometimes it was a face product. Do you want me to do older products using what I have in my stash? Do you want me to do more shop my stash? Do you want me to do, I mean, I skincare is something I really want to dive into more. It's just hard because that takes a lot of prep time, because while I have basic knowledge, if I'm going to talk to you about skincare like vitamin C, for example, I need to do deep dives. So it's hours of research and reading journals and looking at the specifics. And then I've got to try and, well, I've got to essentially write a script, a dot point script, so I can stick to it. These little singles, I've got 3 here. These little singles, I think I want to say at the moment under $5. Even at full price, they're not much dearer than that. This is Auburn. It's a matte. I might go in and try and pick up a darker brown as well of this. So yeah, if there is particular topics, particular things that you want me to focus on, like, you know, do I do brand deep dives? Have they been done to death? Yeah, I'm open to any and all suggestions. See, that's really subtle. Going in again, just using a fluffy brush. I think I only got the 3 in this. So what I might do to create a bit of depth is dip into that Glow palette and possibly use one of the contour shades to get a bit more depth with that. But that's really pretty. I've used these before and really, really like them. Just grabbing a slightly flatter brush now to go under the eyes. I mean, I can do, you know, for example, I can do very slow breakdowns of steps that I do. I'll be bringing back favourites and I'll be bringing back empties. I'm starting to build a collection next to me here, which is great. I've been really mindful of working, because I get a lot of products sent to me as well. I've been really mindful of actually working my way through products. Some stuff I just hand off if it's to friends. If I've got too much, I want to ensure that they're going to be used. Going into, dipping between those two to see if I've got a bit of depth there. Maybe not. Let's see. Yep, going into that middle one. So I've got a couple of girlfriends I hand stuff off to. I've just done given my niece like a large box full of skincare. Do you know how painful it is when, and I can say this because I know you won't be watching it, when you get someone send you a message going, can you help me with this? And you tell them how to fix it and they go, but I'm already doing this step, like I'm already cleansing and moisturising. Well, you've got dry skin, it's dehydrated because you're only cleansing and moisturising. Then they follow what you do and they go, oh, it looks so much better. Funny about that. Look at this. This is the shade Jewel. This is gorgeous. Look at it. Again, it's only like around the $5 mark. If you're not from Australia and you're watching this, Natio is an Australian brand. I do believe on their website that they ship worldwide. I will check that between filming. Actually, I'll check, because I'll do a check-in at the end of the day with this to see how we've gone. And I'll have a look in the meantime to see if they ship worldwide. Look at that shimmer. $5. And then this is the shade Sunburst. I don't know if these are designed to... Oh, whoop, I've just pulled the top off that. They're very reminiscent of some of the Natasha shades. These are so similar, you don't really need both clearly because you can't see any difference there. So, but they are really nice. And just so you know, they're all designed to hook up together. That's fantastic. So you can build them all out as many as you want. That's where we're at with this. I'm going to set my face. Oh, no. I have got the finishing powder. So finishing powder is designed, it looks the same. It's designed to blur, just essentially what it says. If look, I don't know if you can see all this dust kicking up. It's just designed to smooth and blur and help everything blend in together that you've put on your face. So Hourglass, you know, do the most famous version of it that is incredibly expensive. It's just designed to melt everything together. So these shades have all been relatively subtle. You're not used to that with me, hey? She says as she tries to pop on the last little bit of blush that's left on here. I'm going to set down my face, do my lips and do some mascara now. I'll be right back. Okay, this is where we're at with a really nice glowy look. Everything is going to be listed down below. I will check in at the end of the day, but for now I've got to run because I am running late for work. Always. No, I am, whilst I say I'm running late for work, I like to get into work very early. So I'm normally in half an hour early. And I'm not today. I'll be in 15 minutes early. So I'll still be early, but late for me. I will check in at the end of the day. Also, I'm going to be talking about my hair next week. I've got to go. Bye. I'll see you. I'll see you at the end of the week. Okay, so it is now 6:30. So my makeup has been on for 11 hours without any touch-ups. A couple of things, like I have had a little bit of fading in my base, but I only went in really lightly with an illuminating primer. That juicy SPF 50 gel, I think that if I had read what it was beforehand, I would have put it on and waited 20 minutes before I did the rest of my face. So I did have concerns that my face would break down, but you'll see, like, it's actually, other than a bit of fading, but it's not looking too bad for 11 hours in. I did have a little bit of creasing in this shadow, but I just pat it out. Not bad all in all. Like I said, I think that gel I want to give another go of and give it its proper dry down time, because my face was juicy before I put it on, and considering I thought that everything was just going to melt off, it's ended up better than I thought. What I do love is this putty primer, because I don't know if you can see in this area here where I've mainly put it, I've been having a bit of noticeable pores, and we all have them. We do not have flawless skin. We do have, that's my problem area with my pores around here. This, I actually prefer, look, to be honest, I've never used a toucher one because I'm not going to spend that sort of money, I say, as I've got all of this behind me. But not for a pore filling primer, because I just don't use them enough. I have had the e.l.f. one and I have had a few other ones. Immediately, this is my favourite. I prefer this over the e.l.f. I prefer the feel of it. I prefer how it sits. It melts into my skin really nicely. It's not quite as thick as the e.l.f. one, but it is thicker than some of the ones that you get in the tubes. Love it, love it, love it. This, like I said, I'm going to go in, next time I'm in my local in the CBD, I'm going to see what other shades they have left of this and pick up a few more, because it's stupidly cheap, even at full price when it's $5.95. Who cares? Yeah, so that is it. You can see I got rained on today, so the Bronzer's gone a little bit patchy here. But again, all in all, it's not bad. 11 hours in, absolutely no touch-up whatsoever. And yeah, speaking of touch-ups, I need to do my hair. It's in Tassie, like we've finally hit, I want to say spring weather, because we have been in winter weather. We've had a couple of nice days all spring. And then today and yesterday, it's been rainy, then it's been warm, then it's been windy. This morning it was almost snowy. It is stupid weather. It's the end of November. What is going on? So let me know your thoughts down below, what you think of this. 11 hours, not bad. I will see you next time. But as per usual, don't forget to tell your mum, tell your sister, tell your friends to come along, hang out, subscribe, all that jazz. And keep an eye out. Monday, I am doing a Christmas gift guide. So you want to keep an eye out. One of the things I am going to recommend are these sterling silver hoops here. So we will have some jewelry, we will have body products, we will have makeup, skincare. And I will see you then. Take care, my loves. Bye. Mwah.